Hi guys, it's Anthony Molinaro from OBrien Real Estate with another edition of the Eastern Weekly Property News for 2020, where real estate information, of course, is on the house. So what does it mean for the real estate market, and more importantly for active buyers, sellers, renters and landlords needing to get from A to B? Of course, we all heard Daniel Andrews announcing the stay-at-home Stage 3 restrictions for metropolitan Melbourne, including the Mornington Peninsula and Mitchell Shires. Now, although the restrictions are slightly different this time, the same applies to real estate. We're an essential service and we'll be able to conduct one-on-one inspections of our properties. So if you are needing to buy, sell or rent, we are ready and we can help you. If you are wanting a market appraisal, we can conduct these either by a face-to-face inspection or via the use of technology to provide a virtual appraisal for you. Now, in terms of the trends we'll see in the market, we are likely to see a contraction of properties naturally coming onto the market like we did in the early months this year of April and May. But we are confident we'll see buyers needing to transact in the market, so properties will still be selling and renting both physically and via virtual inspection. In terms of home prices, due to the short supply of properties, we're likely to see prices hold like we did in April and May this year. Now, moving on to the numbers across the state for the week. We saw 128 less auctions, mainly due to the hotspots lockdown. Of those, we saw 59 selling prior, 157 selling under the hammer, 2 selling after, 91 passing in, and 30 properties withdrawn, giving us an increase to the clearance rate to 64.31%. Private sales across the state again grew, and we got the highest sale numbers since March, with 1,167 properties selling privately in the last 7 days. Moving on to the numbers across our group at OBrien Real Estate, we saw numbers return to pre-COVID-19 with 72 properties launching to market. We saw 76 properties move to under contract and 69 confirmed sales across the group. Our highest sale price was $2.47 million. In the news this week, first home buyers entering the market has now hit a decade high, with at least 37% of all transactions now going to first timers. The market has also been experiencing the largest number of loan refinancing it has seen in the last 16 years. This graph shows almost $8 billion worth of owner-occupier loans being refinanced. This week's board at the Reserve Bank decided to leave interest rates unchanged, but the bottom line is that interest rates will remain at record low levels for a long time. There have been 17 rate cuts since November 2011. According to the Commonwealth Bank, credit card spending in the week up until July the 3rd was up by 12.1% on a year ago, and online spending rose by 16.7%. ANZ job advertisements rose by a record 42% in June to 89,252 available positions, but ads are still actually down by 44.6% on a year ago. The Melbourne Institute's headline inflation gauge rose by 0.6% in June, the biggest lift in 3.5 years, following a record 1.2% decline in May. Inflation is up by 0.7% over the year so far. And lastly, the weekly ANZ Roy Morgan Consumer Confidence rating fell by 1% to an 8-week low. Now that's all for this week. I'm Anthony Molinaro. Thank you so much for taking the time to review the week that was. And remember, at OBrien Real Estate, we're not a financial advisor. You should always consider seeking independent legal, financial, taxation or other advice in relation to your unique circumstance. Until next week, it's bye for now.